I'm putting on my lip gloss. Good morning. Mm, maybe a little bit more here. Quite chappy. Good evening. Did I say good morning? How Texas girl? I meant evening, not good morning. See, I almost done it again. I'm so used to going early in mornings, I didn't forgot it's 1 p.m. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I think you guys are going to guess which case I'm coming in here to look at with you, but also get an update on. Who was awake at 1 a.m. last night on Ticker Talker? Mm-hmm. Some of you weren't. If you was not awake, you missed a complete crazy night. Let me let my cat in. She's viciously scratching on the door. She's psycho. So let me go let her in. Plugging my phone up. Give me just a second. And that's how you handle a dying phone that you forgot about that you totally need. You go get it. You let your cat in because your cat's going to drive you insane. And then you go get your charger. I fell asleep around 1:30 a.m. Thank you, Ashley. Hmm. What happened is an understatement. The only thing I can say is listen, I was asleep. Well, I wasn't asleep. I couldn't sleep. I can't look up Facebook on this right now. Um, and Dora texts me about something completely different. And I was like, I can't sleep. So I'm going to get up out of bed, which I did. And then I said, oh, you're up, you're awake. So I'm going to come into her live and I'm going to get on her panel. And then I found myself in the middle of a crazy napping for ransom story. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you. I found myself there. Um, and it is still not resolved. And so if you missed that, we're going to get into that. Cocoa Puff says we're thinking it's not real. Um, oh, Sarah, what is it? Oh, it's a flower. Thank you for that. We already have 4,000 likes, 529 souls. Let's see if we can get to 25,000 likes pretty quickly. I think that is today's live goal. Somebody has already sent one. Thank you. Is 10 mystery boxes. If you can send one that goes to support the platform. If you can't, I love you. Tapping and clapping is free. Sharing is free. Following is free. Hold on, because I'm not on the right phone. Oh, thank you, Palm Tree. I need to go get a username. So for those of you who weren't here, and if anybody knows Mom, she was on the panel in Dora's. You can let her know that I'm live talking about this right now. Her name is Tisha Gibson. That is Mom. She has guardianship over her 20-year-old son. I'm sorry, 27-year-old son. Oh, she's in here, muted. Can everybody hear me? Oh, there's Dora. Thank the Lord.
Hey, mamas, I can hear you.
Okay, somebody's like, and muted. Sometimes I mute it and keep talking, don't know it. Hi.
What a night.
What a crazy night.
So allegedly she come back in the live late last night after you had gotten out and went to bed. She comes back in and she says she's just finding out that allegedly they had been dating since November. And her mother was the one that was with her that came, and they do not have a white van. And allegedly they're planning on going to Kansas.
So he's with an alleged girlfriend, and now they're not. He's not coming by the police department. They're going to Kansas.
That's what was said. But then she said that she was told to be on her way to the police department to get him. Well, then she said that the police department called her back last night and told her that she cannot get him until she submits POA paperwork, because there's really nothing they can do because he's of age.
That's a fax.
And she says that she has to submit a paperwork, and they said that the ransom was just a joke.
And then she said, "Is Mom in here? Tisha, are you in here?" Because now I'm seeing different things, and I don't want to talk. It's going to get confusing unless I can talk to. Because somebody's saying now Missouri.
No, we have not heard Missouri. I have not heard Missouri at all from Mom directly, and I'll send you the clip of my live. She said that the Carmel, Illinois Police Department told her that unless she submits POA paperwork, that they can't turn him over to her because basically he's an adult. And there's really nothing that they can jerk him out of the home for him being of age, and him saying that they did make physical contact with him last night. They went and got him out of bed. He was asleep. They got him up and asked if he was okay, and he told them he was fine.
In the comments, can we clarify Kansas City or Kansas State? Because I had assumed that was Kansas State when somebody said Kansas. That's why I was confused on Missouri.
They were talking about, oh my gosh.
Kansas City?
It's in Kansas. It was Kansas. Yeah. Kansas, the state Kansas. It wasn't Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but apparently they have family there, or they live there, or they were just here visiting family, something of the nature, Mom said. And Wichita. Yes, that's it.
Wichita, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't even think of the name of the city. She said that that she couldn't really get him until she submits the paperwork, but then she said she had to go to the courthouse, and the courthouse is closed, and to get the paperwork to submit to police department there to be able to go and get him so she can go and pick him up.
The guardian, she don't have a copy of the papers in her possession?
That's what we asked her, and she said no, she didn't. They're at the courthouse where they were filed. And she's like, I don't understand why police can't get them. Well, they're not really going to look into the court papers for you. You have to go and get them and then physically send them, or you can send a copy. And she did say that she didn't have that physical copy to send them. That's also why they canceled the alert yesterday. They canceled the alert because he was considered a adult and she didn't have no paperwork for the Ohio Police Department showing that she was POA, in order for them to go and get him.
Um, the first of all, I see you guys saying give you details. So let me recap on this. There is a fellow. I'm not on the right phone because my phones were dead. By the name of Adrian. He's 27. His mother has guardianship. He is now alleged to be with some sort of girlfriend that initially requested $100,000 ransom. What kind of girlfriend is that?
Yes, and well, she said that last night, allegedly, according to the Carmi Police Department, that the girlfriend says that it was just a joke.
Hey guys, I was going to
Hey,
say if that is a legal binding document and it was filed with the courthouse, it's public record and she should be able to go in and she should be able to print off the recorded power of D, POA, power of D, power of attorney, and she should be able to go in and print off any legal documents that shows that she has legal guardianship.
Yes, correct. And that's what we were trying to tell her last night. And in my opinion, I don't think she has that paper.
If she does, it would
Therefore,
be filed of record. Anyone can look and see. They can go to the public index of that
yeah.
county and that state, and they would be able to pull that.
Yeah, she first said she had POA and then she had guardianship later
Those
on.
are both filed. They have to, in order to be a legal binding document, they have to be filed through whatever the county they live in.
Right, which is Kent County, Ohio. Kent, Ohio.
Kent,
Yes.
Kent.
Yes. Kent, Ohio, and we told her that you can go online and get those records. And she had said last night that she was going to try to do that, and allegedly, like Carmi had told her, we can't turn him over or go and pick him up until you submit those to us. Yeah, in my opinion only, I don't think she does. Therefore, that's why that this can't be, they can't go and get him. But they did make physical contact with him last night and he said he was fine. And
Yes, I
that
see
record
that in the
showed,
comments. They do. We always do give the client a copy of the recorded power of attorney as well as a copy of any legal documents. We give them the originals, but
Portage.
if it was in fact filed, then anyone for that sake can go in because we do that with deeds. We have to look when we get the title search back. If there's a power of attorney, it's there. If there's a deed, it's there. If it's not the original binding document, but we can print those off if we need to. So
right.
anyone
And
should be able to print it if it's in fact
It's
true.
Portage County. Portage County.
yeah, Kent, Ohio is where she said last night. And I was looking up all of the things last night because it wasn't making sense. The female, she had said she had never met this female, never seen this female, doesn't know this female, but alleged they had been dating since November, per Carmi Police Department. And we had somebody in the box that called Carmi Police Department to verify last night, and they said, in fact, she would need to submit POA paperwork. They can't go and get him. He's fine. His well being was fine. He that she would need to be the one that submitted that over to them in order for them to go and pick him up and return him to her care.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're saying if she needs to get a POA,
Well, it would be too late if she. I mean,
right?
you
Oh,
can't.
that takes a long time. I got that on mom and I got guardianship, so I think that's different, right, Dana?
Yes,
Yes, guardianship and a POA are different.
Yeah, power of attorney gives you the power to make all
Does
decisions.
she have health? Well, no, a power of attorney doesn't give you a health care power of attorney
Yes.
oversees anything.
Yes.
So if it was
That's what I
health
mean. I'm
issues,
sorry.
yeah, if he has health if he has health issues, then she should have that health care power of attorney because it would have been given to her once it was filed.
Right. And she says that he has a intellectual disability, which automatically should be given to you when that is filed within the court district, for those POA paperwork or guardianship. Because I know, um, the guardianship is, a totally different from POA, but POA appointed power of attorney that you get copies of every bit of it. You get there's a filed copy within the court plus a copy that they provide you.
That is right, because I was my grandmother's power of attorney and I had the original documents, and then my mother was the healthcare power of attorney. So they're two different things.
Right.
So
I'm trying to see if I can find any kind of record here.
Like, I was just appalled last night. I'm like, okay, so she had no idea. She said that she hadn't never even spoken to this female, but the female had told Carmi Police Department that she knew who she was, um, things of that nature. But mom says she has no idea. She's never talked to her, never seen her, none of that. And mom allegedly it works for EMS, there locally. She said, and she said, I don't have a clue who she is.
Okay,
No,
so I'm going to tell you what I found on him. There are a couple of incidences here. I can see custody, child complaint for child custody in the matter of Adrian Milbury, but mom's name is attached to this. This is almost 10 years. This is 10 years ago. 10 years
Steph, they're
ago in
wanting me to,
March.
sorry to interrupt you, Steph. They're wanting me to tell you that the family is in the chat.
Oh, family, please request up. And
it
let me know
depends
who
on
I'm
which
looking.
one. Now, I verified last night. Ashley and BB, Ashley misread is family. That's in the chat. She is close.
Mm-hmm. So mods help me, and then yeah,
And the
if
family
family wants up,
says the
please.
girl in the photo is not even the alleged girlfriend.
Oh, okay. So let me read this. Let me go over this because I don't understand. Maybe family can help since they're in there. Instructions for service for Tisha Gibson, Butcher, Brad Gibson, for instructions for service for Adrian Milbury. Now, I'm not a legal person, but this looks like they are involved. They have some sort of, because 10 years ago, he's 27. Well, he's not 18 at this time. It just depends on his birthday.
Okay, I can drop down. It looks like someone said you had two requests.
Well, I don't know who can. I have a Deborah, a Loretta, and a Real Talk, and I don't think
No,
none
neither
of
of
them are
those
family.
Okay,
are
just
family.
tell me if
Ashley, Mrs. Red, is what her name is. And mom verified last night to us that Ashley was family to her.
The last thing I see is no, I don't see any. I see 2010. This is all when he was underage with his natural father. I don't see any sort of guardianship, which I don't know how to look that up if it's public.
it is.
So
It should be public.
Where
now
would I
this,
go?
it should be on the court website if it was in Kent, because they said they pretty much lived in Kent their whole life.
Are you at the public? You can also do a public record search. Like if you type in um, the county and then PUBLIX search.
Well, I typed in the county and it took me to the county, the services, the Portage County. It's a court view, clerk of courts. When
Okay.
I put in his name, that is all that I see.
Okay.
It's
Then,
all stuff from when he was underage.
okay. Because if there was a POA there, it would be there as well.
Hey
Good
there.
afternoon.
Welcome. My name is Stephanie. I've been on here some number of years now, and I cover true crime. I first want to say I think I spoke to you briefly last night. I did make a post on my Book of Faces, and I wanted to say I'm so sorry that you and your family are going through this,
Thank
and we are
you.
going to try to help you in any way that we can.
Thank you. So just to clear up some things, Tisha did go live this morning on her Facebook. So if anybody has access to that, you can see what she said. But she gave some updates. The young lady that is in the picture on his profile is not the alleged. Now, let's say this alleged, because no one in the family has ever met this girl. She is actually from Kansas, from what we understand. She supposedly met him online in October, came up here November 10th, and that's when she supposedly met the mother. No one has ever seen this girl before, and it was told that the girl that's in the picture by Carmi Police Department is not even the alleged girlfriend, JC. And as of this morning, when she spoke to Adrian, he was no longer in Carmi and was on his way to Missouri.
Wait, I thought she said she told us Kansas last night.
From
She
what
she
Adrian
told us
said,
that Carmi had told them that they're planning on going to Wichita, Kansas, where she was originally from, when she spoke with them last night.
from what she went, I mean, from what she went live and said is that he was getting ready to head towards Missouri or to Missouri.
Okay,
She's very devastated. She cannot go to the courts. She moved, and over the time that she moved, she lost the paperwork of her POA or her guardianship, whichever one that she has on Adrian. I do not know which one it is, but she cannot go to the courts until Monday to get that paperwork to be able to do anything. So she has no idea where to go from here. She has not slept. She has, nothing. And I know everybody has a lot of questions and things seem like it doesn't make sense. And we can never fully understand until we're put in that situation of what is going on. But at the end of the day, he is a 27-year-old man that is mentally delayed.
Mhm.
So, but like I said, she did go live this morning, just letting everybody know what was going on. But she cannot do anything until she has that paperwork to be able to actually, give to the police department to get her son. Her son. Somebody's just said that Kansas City is Missouri.
So there was some confusion between the state of Kansas or Kansas City, Missouri, but
She
I'm going to
said
go with
Wichita,
Missouri.
Kansas last night on the live that Carmi had told her that they're getting ready to plan to go to Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, and I do know that that is where the alleged girlfriend is from, is Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas.
And so the girl
I'm
in the
gonna.
picture is not her. Well, then who's the girl in the picture that changed the profile
No
last
one
night?
knows. No one knows.
Does he have a social worker involved?
No, it's his mom. It's his mom that handles everything for him.
So, I mean, I didn't know like if he has a normal social worker with having, um, that's assigned to his case that she could reach out to try to see if that. Typically, the social worker would have a copy of the guardianship. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, as far as I know, no. that she handles everything for him.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
just
lot of
searching.
confusion.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I agree with you guys. There is a lot of confusion. I'm confused just as well. I'm just very worried about what's happening, and
Right. And somebody said, I just got a message and I'll read this. Someone spoke to Kent Police Department at 11:28 p.m. last night, and they said that he should have never been considered a missing case. In order for them to be closed, they have to physically see him, and in addition, they have to have proof that they know each other. And that they must have received proof that they personally have known each other for a while, and that when they made contact that he stated he was fine.
Yeah, he absolutely, I mean, he told her this morning, I mean, when she talked to him this morning, that he was fine. But what we don't understand is how this girl is saying that that she supposedly came up here in November and met the mother, and no one she's never seen this girl before, and the girl that's in the picture is not even the alleged girlfriend, JC.
So JC, does anybody have a last name for JC?
No.
Or know how old JC is?
Nope. Only thing we know is that her name is JC, and she is from Wichita, Kansas, and they met online in October, and she supposedly came up here in November. And the thing that I am wondering is, she said that they came up here in November, and that when she was talking to Adrian, he kept saying they, which I found out that it is
His mother.
Mother. They're with a mother and an aunt. So I'm wondering, this is what I'm thinking, is if this girl is also some way mentally disabled as well.
And that she has guardians with her as
exactly.
Well.
She has allegedly a mom and an aunt with her.
Yes, and the Carmi Police Department also said that same thing when they made contact last night, that they got everybody out of the bed, and it was the girl and the mom and the aunt that was with them.
So that is what that's just what I'm thinking, is that maybe they did meet online and she has guardianship over JC, and that's how he got where he's at.
Let me just read you this. To look up public power of attorney in Portage County, Ohio, you generally contact the Portage County Probate Court or Recorder's Office, as these are usually where such documents are filed and recorded using the public records request process. So I went to their website, both the recorders and the auditors. There's no way to look this up. For this particular county, I think it's a phone call, which has got to happen tomorrow. I don't see a way online to pull it.
Yeah, she said that she's going up there first thing tomorrow morning to get the paperwork that she needs.
In the meantime, we're losing time here. He's getting further and further away. And I'm not so much concerned about the police's opinion here, because what I'm seeing is an alleged napping. Even if someone's girlfriend and we decide to go somewhere and he's of age, even if he's not, doesn't have a POA or a guardian or anything, and then I say, guess what? I'm not going to drive him nowhere unless you give me $100,000. That's it's illegal. It's a felony. And this so why are they being so nice to them? Why didn't they say, okay, excuse me, but you 3 people need to step outside. I need IDs and I need to understand why there was a ransom. Even if you cancel it and say, never mind, you still did it. Yeah, it was supposedly, as of what she said last night, it was supposedly when asked by the police about the ransom, it was told that it was a joke. But why would you joke about something like this? And this is another thing that I have that I'm wondering as well, is
if they so-called met Tisha, which is the mother, in November, and you know his situation, why wouldn't you, before you took him across state lines, why wouldn't you go to the mother and let her know this is what was going on if you already
Exactly.
met her?
Yep, exactly. He's without medication. Did
Yes.
they check to make sure he's got his meds or anything? Or
Um, all she didn't really speak on the medication part. She just spoke on the fact that she did speak to him this morning and that he was fine, and they were heading towards Missouri or to Missouri.
man, I just hate that we are losing time here, and I hate that an alleged crime is more than likely being overtaken. I'm interested to know that even if you joke about something like that, what is the punishment here? Let's see.
And when she tried to call him back after the phone call, the phone was no longer on, meaning it wasn't wasn't ringing. And I have also sent him a message, and he has not responded to that message. And that was about 11 this morning that I sent him a message.
In Illinois, making a threat to kidnap someone, even as a joke, is illegal and can lead to serious criminal charges. Law enforcement is obligated to treat threats of violence seriously, and claiming it was a joke afterward does not automatically negate the criminal offense, especially if the threat caused a reasonable person to fear for their safety or prompted a police response. Carmi, Illinois, if they're not already gone, you literally went and shook hands with 3 fugitives at this point because there needs to be charges, and you let them go. He was at the time that they visited him, though. That's why I looked up the law in that state. So,
And if you look on his page, there is, I mean, I don't know how many people can see his page, but there is a live that he went live on his page last night addressing everyone. And I think Dora had seen a video too of him where you can clearly see that he is you can hear that he is delayed. Like,
right. What kind of vehicle did they know? Do we know?
So I'm a little confused on that too, because it was said that it was a white Caravan, but according to what Tisha said last night, is they said they don't even have a van. So we don't even know what type of vehicle they're in at this point.
Man, you guys are
I don't know
stuck like
who Katie
chips.
Ann is, but the mom is definitely not in on this, and that's such a rude thing for you to say. But I hope you have a blessed day.
Oh, Katie Ann. Bye. I'm going to mute her. Oh, I think somebody got it. I think
There
somebody
is
got it.
something that's true.
Thank you, Daisy.
Like, even regardless, we have an adult with an intellectual disability.
Right.
That obviously, if anybody has been around adults who have intellectual disabilities, they're easily lured. They're easily a base target because they're just like, you could walk up to them, and some of them you can walk up and say, hey, come with me to get ice cream, and they're gonna go.
And he's exactly like that, Dora. Like, everybody is his friend.
That's why
You
I
could be
said
mean
that.
to
Mom
him.
was saying that last night.
Yeah, everybody's his friend. He will, if he's got a couple dollars in your pocket, in his pocket, and you want something out of the store, he's quick to do it for you.
He's easily taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
This is a 2 to 10 year sentence and a prison fine up to $25,000 per person. And the Carmi, how do you say it? Carmi, Illinois Police Department said, "Have a great day." It's disappointing.
I don't think that, to me personally, I don't think that Carmi Police Department took this as a serious situation for whatever reason that may be. And I also am very disappointed in my city as well. I understand that you have a time limit that they have to provide whatever before you call off the missing persons report, or I don't really know how that works, of showing power of attorney or guardianship, but I don't even think of that our city took this as serious as they should
Right.
have.
Right. Even can you tell me the point of origin that he was allegedly taken from?
Okay, so as I explained last night, it is a development. There's like a little store, and then there's like some duplexes, and then there's a big community apartment complex, and then there is further down the road, there's like homes and stuff like that. Everyone calls it the Meadows. It's just what has been a name since we were children. I've grown up in this city. So it was probably, from where it was said that the vicinity is not big at all. Like, I mean, everybody pretty much knows him, knows each other in this development, so I'm not really sure, like.
Right. I'm just wondering, did the Kent Police Department originally have this report out and then they canceled the report because somebody said they heard it on the scanner?
From what I understand is, at some point, I do not know what the reason was. Some people said it's because if you are claiming that you have a power of attorney over someone, you have a certain amount of time to provide that to the police before they call off the missing person report. So I don't, and then somebody else said that it was called off because if she agreed not to press charges, then they would drop him off at the Carmi Police Department.
They failed. Now let's get back to Kent and say, Kent, you need to get back on the ball here. He wasn't dropped off. And if there's proof of this, like if they sent a message, like physical proof, hey, or they said, hey, give me this money. Now, this is a felony. And the Kent Police Department need to get on the ball for the very fact that there are felony fugitives on the run. If they're not going to pay attention to the fact that this young man has a POA out there, which is his mom. Do you guys see? Am I wrong here? I mean, I'm not in the legal field, but I feel like we're missing parts that we need for help.
Yes.
I mean, if you
And
get
now that
that
they're
phone
across
call,
state lines, by the way, it's federal. So FBI, now's your time to get involved. Okay, everybody. Am I wrong here? Or you're going across state lines with an alleged kidnapping, and I say alleged, it needs to be investigated. You just can't say, I was just kidding. And then you say, well, y'all have a good trip.
right? Think about if it was any one of us in that situation and we get a phone call from somebody that has just taken our child and they're saying either you give me $100,000 and I'll drop him off. How are you going to respond in that moment? How are you going to be thinking in that moment? I'm going to be livid.
Yes. Agreed.
Do we know if mom has, how was she told? Did they send her a message? We want this ransom. Did they mail a letter? How
They
was
called
she
her.
called?
They called her. Mm-hmm.
So and so she has the phone number that they called from.
Mm-hmm.
Has she tried to look up the owner of that phone number?
That I do not know.
I would do that.
I actually have shared this live with her. Hopefully, I mean, from this morning, she wasn't in the best state of mind. So I definitely have shared this live with her.
Can I ask a
You
question?
might want to also, I'm sorry, you might want to also let her know. Typically, his medical doctor would need that form, either the guardianship or the POA. So she might want to check and see if they have that on file as well.
Okay, I will let her know.
But the thing about it is, it depending on a power of attorney is totally different than guardianship. I mean, absolutely totally different. So, if she only has a POA, then the police are doing exactly what they should be doing.
Except for the kidnapping allegation. Except for that one part.
Or if it's a healthcare POA, then that's
Well,
covered.
that's what I'm saying. It really doesn't matter what kind of POA it is. If it's a durable power of attorney, that would mean she has power of attorney over everything. But if it's only like a healthcare power of attorney, then that means she gets to make decisions about his healthcare. But guardianship is where you go in front of the court and the court awards you guardianship of that human. That is totally different. Period. You can go to any lawyer and get a POA over somebody as long as they sign it over to you.
So let me hone you all in on what I'm focusing on. As of this moment, the POA or guardianship and or level she has is useless today. I'm not saying it's useless tomorrow. I'm saying it's useless today. So what I'm saying is, can we focus on the fact that they've committed an alleged crime and they've crossed state lines? If she can somebody contact the FBI and just say, hey, they're not going to tell you, of course. A bit of tip. Say, hey, I know this is a situation. Here's the flyer. This was a 50-state alert. We were all like, where is he? And now they were joking about it, which now is a federal offense now that because we don't know if you're joking or not. We don't know you. You can't say never mind and then continue to take somebody further and further away from home. You see, I want to be past the POA and guardianship today on Sunday because we can't do a dag-nap thing about it. And I want to focus on what illegal activity the people that is around him have done to hold them, at least separate them and talk to them separately at a police station.
From what I understand, he was talked to at the home. I don't know anything about whether or not they were separate when it was talked to or if they were all huddled up in a big group, and I don't know.
Where are they at right now? Do we know?
It doesn't matter. Look, in the comments, he went willingly. Sure he did. Great. Okay. Can we focus on the fact that they threatened to kidnap him, which is against the law? That's where I'm going at. We understand that he's with them willingly. Maybe he thinks he wants to be there. He's alive. We know that. Somebody said they're pinging him so they know where he's going. I hope that's true. I don't know if it's true or not. But still, the fact remains the police didn't do anything or take it seriously about the kidnapping threat.
Who made the kidnapping threat? To who?
Ashley?
I'm sorry?
Who made the kidnapping threat to kidnap him? The people he's with right now made it that threat to whom?
When they asked for a ransom for him.
But to who? To who? Who did
To
they
his
make
mother.
that?
His mom.
Okay. So the police already have all that information.
Yes.
Like she showed all that.
She was in the police department when they called.
Okay, and then they showed up to wherever they were and talked to them?
They were in Carmi.
Where's that
the
at?
Kent Police Department contacted Carmi Police Department.
What state is that?
Illinois, I think it was.
Okay, but they're not in Illinois now. Where are they at?
From what he said this morning, they were heading towards Missouri or to Missouri.
Okay, have you guys contacted the Missouri State Police?
I cannot answer that. She didn't say anything about that.
Okay, I would definitely start there to let them know they're on their way, and this is what is happening.
Don't matter if he knew them for years. I'm answering comments. Don't matter, honey. They committed an illegal
For
offense
some
by threatening to
reason,
kidnap.
well, no, and I get that, but for some reason, the police don't think this is like there's
They don't.
I feel
That's
like
the
there's a
problem I'm
reason.
having here.
What is
I'm
the
like,
reason why they don't feel like that was a credible like threat? What happened that we don't know about? You see what I'm saying?
I'm not
I'm
sure
just
what
trying
you
to
mean.
look at it from all different ways because I mean, if she was sitting in the police department when these people called asking for a ransom, something's not right here. Like there's some lines crossed, disconnected, something because that doesn't make sense.
yeah, who is? So, yeah, I agree. None of this is making sense. I'm just trying to figure out what can we get attention with right now? What do we have to get him back home to sort this all out?
If
And
I was
that
the
is the
mom,
fact that they're now crossing state lines after a kidnapping threat.
If I was the mom, I would call Missouri State Police, let them know what is going on. They're coming that way. They have my child, and send them what she has, and see if they'll intercede until she can figure out whatever paperwork this is that she thinks she has that she can stop him. Like I said, it's going to totally depend on what type of paperwork she has. So I don't even know if she's going to be able to do anything.
In response to the comments, I don't think you have that power, right? I don't think there comes a point where there's certain crimes you can't say I'm not going to press charges. It's fine. Sure, a little petty something or another. Like if somebody comes over and takes somebody's life, and you're like, well, I'm not. Let's not charge them. It's fine. No, it's still illegal. I guess what I'm saying is there's a definite black and white line between what is illegal and what is not, and you can't just say. Okay, how many people have watched the movies Ransom? There's like 50 of them.
Right.
You know, the crime of committing the offense of the threat doesn't go away, regardless of who doesn't want to press charges.
That's what I'm saying. I would contact the Missouri State Police and let them know what's going on, that they're heading that way. Here's the threats that have been made. Here's the evidence of it. And see if they can intercede until tomorrow. Like, I don't know. At least hold them until tomorrow. Something to have them intercede until tomorrow until something could get straightened out. Like, you're going to have to figure out a way
Exactly.
to stop them there. You know what I mean? Maybe with
Right.
it being a different police department, maybe they'll take it more serious. I don't know. But I would definitely try.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't even mention the damn other police departments. I would literally call these people and say, look here, this is what I got.
I'm going to bring up something that Josie has said in the comments. There's no evidence except for one eyewitness, his mom.
Hey, so I have an update regarding
Okay.
that. So allegedly, the reason why the ransom is not being taken seriously at all is because Adrian himself, when they made contact with him last night, this is verified by Carmel Police Department, that when they approached Adrian last night, they talked with him and he said he's planning on coming back. He was just going to Kansas to visit family. And that they did not mention a ransom, that they don't, and the police department even confirmed they know nothing about a ransom or have seen any type of evidence leading towards a ransom.
There you
Okay.
go.
Here we go. Now we're coming up with
He
some
doesn't even
kind of
have any
top
family
truth.
in Kansas.
And they
He's
said
from
that,
Ohio.
Right.
and they said that mom only has POA, so she can make decisions like go to the bank,
only POA.
go to, yep.
Okay. So here's where we are.
Mhm.
Okay. He planned to come back. He's fine. They're saying they didn't mention the ransom. So now it's going to come down to who you believe. If mom says that they said $100,000 ransom, we have to think about motive, why she would say that if it's not true. I don't believe that she lied about that. I
Me
believe
neither.
they're the liars.
She could have been desperate to get him back, though. I mean,
They're the liars, okay? 3 people are lying here, and one is
Yeah, because
vulnerable.
they said when they physically made contact with him, he stated to them that he does not take any type of medication. He has no idea about no medication. There was no ransom. He doesn't know anything about a ransom, that he was fine. He was just going to visit someone in Kansas and planned on coming back.
yeah, and if they don't know about the ransom and she said the call was made as she was sitting there with the cops, then that can't be true.
Right, because the cops would have jumped on that immediately. Like, let's get them
Absolutely.
involved. Because
That's
she
what I'm
did tell
saying.
us that the ransom was mentioned while she was sitting at the police department making the missing persons report.
See, that's what I'm saying. There was a disconnect somewhere and I couldn't figure it out, but that's what it is. There's no crime being committed. And
Yes, and someone else just messaged me who was on the phone with the police department and said no ransom was ever mentioned. They have no idea about it. Neither police department.
And she only has a power of attorney. That's useless in this situation to her. I'm sorry, it is.
The first police department in Kent says they didn't know anything about a ransom.
Correct. There was no ransom.
Why would she not mention that to the police the first time around?
Well, she told us last night it happened to her while she was sitting at the police department. They mentioned the ransom. Kent and Carmi, Illinois, both have mentioned they have no idea about a ransom. Nothing of that sort ever occurred.
I really need her to come in here.
That's where
Why
the
would
disconnect is,
Kent-
though.
Was it someone else that was spoken to who maybe didn't know about this case? Did we get to the right person at Kent?
Oh, yeah. The detectives that even went out and made physical contact was the ones spoken to. And they verified that he was perfectly fine. He was asleep. Every one of them was asleep. They went and got them all up. And they made physical contact with him, spoke to him directly, and he said, we never called and asked for a ransom. I don't take medication. I don't even know what you're talking about. I planned on leaving and going to visit someone in Kansas, and I'm coming back.
Ashley, does he have medication?
Yes. Absolutely. He has to. He has a heart condition. He has a heart condition and he also takes insulin.
Well, they're
So
saying that
let me just bring up this fact. The cases that I've covered, let me just say this. Keep this in your mind, okay? There is, and somebody can come up with a term, it's lost my mind, but where they are adorned, they adorn their captors. Okay, there's a term for that. Where they're tricked, they're brainwashed. Don't tell them about your medication. They'll make you go back. Don't tell them about the ransom. We're going to get in trouble.
Grooming at its finest of an adult, basically.
Stockholm, thank you for that.
Yeah, and it's...
Yeah, and according to both police departments, there was zero evidence, zero anything showing that a ransom was being said. He had no idea, but they said that he just told them he was going to visit somebody in Kansas, that he planned on coming back home after that, and that he was fine, and that she was his girlfriend. They had been dating for a while. So that's what they confirmed. And they said, Mom said penicillin last night, the medication.
Okay,
and
maybe it was penicillin.
That's what they focused on.
Penicillin? For what? For
and to answer whoever that was, yes, I am going to believe what she says because she is the mother. I know her personally. She's family. And she is not the type of person to make up something like this for whatever reasons people may think, attention, money, whatever. She doesn't need the money. She just wants her son home.
Right. There's no motive here. That's why I'm saying the people who are with them are the liars. This is textbook 101 here. The police should legally they have a moral duty to investigate this.
And
Going
the
to somebody's
girlfriend
house and getting them out of bed's not good enough for me.
What did
and
he
the
say?
girlfriend even confirmed to police that she was the one assisting with changing his social media pictures. She told Carmi Police Department that last night when they made contact. And when they made physical contact with her, they said basically in this condition, she only has POA. They can't do anything legally unless she has guardian papers. That's all she has to show to them.
Yes. And I don't know who this Schwank person is or
And they're
whatever.
saying that she does
but
not have guardianship. She does not. They're saying that she only has POA. Like she can go to the bank for him. She can go like things of that nature. She does not have any type of legal guardianship over him that would abide him to being staying in that area or for them to pick him up. But they're saying that he himself stated last night that he does not fear his safety. He's fine. He was just going to visit and that he was coming back home, that he would be back home.
We
So
gotta
technically-
stay. We gotta go ahead.
And Steph, read your text message if you don't mind real quick.
No, I'm just saying, like, with what the police departments have told Dora, and if they have no actual evidence of it, then there's no actual crime being committed. And their hands are tied because he is an adult. And she doesn't have the paperwork that she would need to show them for them to be able to stop
Right.
him.
And he himself told them he's fine. There's nothing occurring that is odd. And with him telling them that and he's of age without a guardianship, they can't do anything. They can't go and remove him from a home where he's of age saying that he's fine. There's no concern to be needed. Even the mom and the people in the household spoke and said that he was perfectly fine. They were just visiting. They were going to go visit or whoever in Kansas, that they were going to bring him back and he would be brought back home. And they're saying that the reason why they canceled the alert is because they made contact with him. He was fine. Plus, she doesn't have the guardianship paperwork. They can't go legally remove him.
So let's go back to the kidnapping part. She was at Kent Police Department when all this is going on a phone call, right?
Yeah, she said to me and everybody in my life last night that she was sitting at the police department when the phone call came in from the people that had him demanding a ransom. And in my mind, to be honest, if police heard that, they would have already called the 3-letter agency, considering the statute and considering the states involved of traveling. They would have already jumped on that. Like, okay, you're wanting money for this child? Like, no, they would have jumped on that. Like, they would have been all over it. But they're saying, both police departments are saying that there was no ransom. There is no ransom. There is no evidence of a ransom. No phone call. They're not, nothing of that sort.
Tough one. What are you
Yes.
thinking, Ashley?
Agreed. If they're, I mean, like I said, I have no reason ever to think that she would make something up about a ransom. For what would be the purpose of it? That's why I wish she was in here so that she could speak on. I don't know every last detail of everything. I can only give you guys what I know to be the facts that I know. So I don't know. I don't know why the police department would say that they don't know about a ransom if she was standing in the police department when the phone call came through.
Yep.
Is New Orleans lady 72 his mother?
No, her.
Oh, okay. I heard I saw somebody comment, "I'm not making it up," and I was like, well, maybe that's his mom. Sorry.
The girlfriend's family resides from Wichita, Kansas. That's where they were going to go visit and come back. They said that, it comes down to the paperwork. She doesn't have guardianship paperwork that she could present to them. Therefore, that's why they could not go and get him. They couldn't legally take him out of that home if he was there willingly. He did state to them he was there willingly. He was there willingly. He was there visiting, and that they were going to go to Kansas and he was going to come back home. And the police departments, according to Kent and Carmi, Illinois, either one have evidence, facts, or anything, and they have done their research that there was no ransom offered. There was no ransom demanded. There was none of that. And he stated that he was not on the type of medication that mom had said he was on, that he had no idea what they were talking about. And he said that he was perfectly fine, that he would be back. Therefore, that's why, and they said it should have never been considered a missing persons report due to that. That they had already made contact with him, and he was with her, and her mother was the ones that answered the door last night. They got them up out of bed, got him up out of bed, and spoke with all parties.
Yes, that is the mother, whoever just tagged her.
Mom, can you come up to panel and
I just wanted
And
to
she
say
never
one thing.
said last night that she didn't know who I was. You guys are we're going off of my TikTok name, not what my real name is. So, and she did clarify that I was family. So you were giving her my TikTok name, not my real name. And she then said what my real name was. So for you to say she didn't know who I was. Hi, Tish.
Hi, I'm here.
I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah, so let's clear everything up. Okay, you guys are saying there was no rent. Yes, there was. They asked for $100,000 at the Kent Police Department. My family can vouch for it. The KPD, I don't understand why they're not. Like I said, I don't know if they heard, but I had my phone on speakerphone, so I'm quite sure they heard what we heard. I would never lie about no stuff like that, ever. And then for them to say that when they asked the people, they actually told Carmi and Kent that they were joking. They were playing about the money. You don't joke around about stuff like that. I told you guys that last night. You don't
It's
joke
illegal.
about stuff like that.
It's illegal to joke about that. It's 2 to 10 years in prison and a $25,000 fine.
Exactly.
And Teach, they're saying, Dora's saying that someone spoke to Carmi and Kent Police, and they're saying that they have no knowledge whatsoever of a ransom, nothing like that, and that Adrian also said that he does not take any medication at all.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the doctor's paperwork.
Ma, turn off comments. Chess, can you?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're saying they have no knowledge of any of that. They said that he did say that he doesn't take the type of medication mentioned last night, and that he was fine, and he was going to go visit with her family in Kansas and come back home.
Okay, well, this is all news to me. They're not really telling us anything, maybe because we're family. But like I said, and I told you guys last night, that the whole situation, everything, it seemed off to me too. And I'm his mom. And if I'm saying that, then it's off. Something is not right. I don't know these people. They actually told the people that he's with, told the police officers that they met me. I don't know these people. If I knew these people, trust and believe, I would have put their faces online. People that know me know I have nothing to hide. That's the type of person I am. I have nothing to hide. I have no reason to lie. All I want is my son to come home. People are making fake GoFundMes and sending money. I didn't ask for money from nobody. I didn't ask for any money. I don't need money. I don't want money. But when they ask, go ahead.
Am I correct? The girl that is in the picture of his profile picture is not the so-called alleged girlfriend?
That's what we were told. That's not her, according to Carmi. That's not the same girl that they surveillance with my son last night when they went to that house. But again, I don't know what the girl looks like because I've never seen these people.
And that's why I said to you, Steph, is if they said that they have met her before,
I don't know them.
Them knowing his situation, why wouldn't they go to her and say, hey, he's going to come with us?
Right. Because, and where I'm going with this, Mom, is we're kind of stuck right now on Sunday because of the POA paperwork and whatnot. but we need to be focused on what we can stop them with. And right now, in my personal opinion, it's the fact that they've crossed state lines with someone that they threatened to kidnap, whether he went willingly or not. You can still kidnap somebody, right? So that's where I'm at, is trying to focus on, can we try to get the FBI involved at this point? But we need
The
proof.
POA.
It was just a phone call. They didn't text you, email you, nothing with on proof saying that there was a kidnapping ransom threat. That's what we need. If it's a phone call and somebody heard the phone call, we need to go talk to that person, because if we're talking to Kent Police Department and that we might not be with the right person, or somebody might just be saying, nah, we didn't hear nothing about that.
Okay, could I
They
say
don't know nothing
one
about
thing?
it. Yes, Cuddlebug.
Okay, so I myself am a vulnerable adult, just like he is. So in that case, there should be something they can do.
They can't do anything, from what I'm being told, without the POA or legal guardianship, and I cannot go do anything.
That's a bunch of
Well,
BS.
this is what Carmi relayed to me last night, and this is what KPD told me also last night. Without the legal guardianship,
and that's fine. I just wanted, like, there should be something you should be able to do, since he is that of a vulnerable adult.
right? I'm just,
Because
I'm just to the point where I'm tired of seeing and hearing people say, I understand things are confusing. It's confusing for her as well. But like I said, she has no reason to make this up. She has no reason to make up a ransom and say she doesn't need the money. She just wants her son home.
exactly.
If
I
you've been
understand.
dating him, if you've been dating him or met him in October and then you were up here in November, it's now January of the next year.
And I still have not met these people. I don't know these people. I don't
Mom
know.
don't
You're not
know 'em.
spending
We've got
you're not spending time with him. You don't really know him. You don't know how he does his day-to-day operations. You don't know. And like she said, he's very friendly. He will talk to anyone. He will give the shirt off his back if he could do it.
Can I ask real quick, what type of POA do you have? Is it a durable power of attorney, or is it only over like his medical, or?
I'm over his medical, and I'm myself with his attorney is over his disability.
So you have a durable power of attorney over him?
Yes.
Okay. But you do not have legal guardianship of him, correct?
I believe it is legal guardianship, because I take him to all his medical appointments. I'm in control of where he lives. I do everything. I'm in control. That's what happened in court.
You have a POA, but that's not a legal,
unless you went to the court and you have petitioned the court to have legal guardianship. Yes, myself and my attorney. Yes, yes.
Okay, and they did not give you it. You don't have any of that paperwork?
I move with the line of work that I do. I'm never at home. I'm always on the move. I went through this last night. I'm never at home. I'm constantly moving because of my job. Okay, so no, I don't have the paperwork. If I do have it, it's somewhere buried in all the many boxes that I have here.
Well, the paperwork, again, we can sort that out tomorrow. I've looked to see if there's an option to get it printed online. There's not. But I again want to stay focused on.
If she had that right now, then it would make a difference. That's what I'm saying. It really does.
So what I'm saying is, I've been a little morning and get the paperwork and get it to where I need to get it to.
Do you have the attorney's number?
Excuse me?
Do you have the attorney's number that did all that for you?
My attorney, yeah, he's my family member.
Honey, he should have a copy of that.
He could email you.
My mom reached out to him. I reached out to him. We're just waiting on him to respond. He's never home. We're just,
She
trust me, I know what I need to do.
Okay.
I'm
No,
on
I just
it.
I had guardianship over my mom and all that, so I'm just trying to help, honey. And I'm
I
in
know.
Ohio,
I'm
and
just,
I had my attorney's like home number too, so I was like,
I'm
oh
just,
crap, we can call him.
I'm just
I'm just thinking of anything. That's all.
scared. I ain't been to
I
sleep.
understand.
I want my son to come home. And then
No, I
like, again, you got people saying that, this is about money. This is not about money. I myself never asked for any money. Never, ever. So I don't know where this is coming from. And I'm not like trying to get, argy or snippy with you guys because you guys y'all don't know just like I don't know. I personally, Tisha Gibson has never asked anyone for any money. And everybody that's sending stuff to my Cash App or whatever, I've been refusing it. I've been sending it back because I never asked for. This is not about money. This is about me bringing my son home. I don't need money. I just want to get my son home.
What did they say exactly word for word when you answered the phone? It was a number obviously you didn't recognize, right?
Correct. Yes.
Did you when you answered the phone, what did they say?
It started off with a screaming match between my daughter and one of the people that have him. They said that in order for them to bring my son home, they wanted $100,000. Who the hell has that kind of money to bring somebody home? I don't have that kind of money. And it just
Can
went from there. They started making threats to my daughter. My daughter started making threats. Sorry, I keep getting calls. My daughters were making threats to them, and then the call was, hello?
Okay. No, you're fine. Um, so you're saying that your daughter heard them talk about the ransom?
Yes, yes, that's why I'm
Now
saying
there's two
we
witnesses.
won't lie. We won't lie. But I promise I don't have nothing to lie
Okay.
about.
So now we have two witnesses to this allegation that the police did not take seriously.
Mm-hmm.
In my personal opinion, right now, we have two fugitives. Who was it? Mom and aunt that was with him, the mother of the girl. So mom and it's three people who are crossing state lines with someone that they threatened to kidnap, heard by two different people.
So I'm not understanding. And then
FBI.
can okay, let me
Crossing state lines now makes it federal. I'm just trying to figure out who can
Right.
we call today.
And I just want to say I'm in Missouri, so if there's anything that I can do to help while they're in my direction, just let me know.
If you could share his post, I mean, share the picture of him and ask people to be on the lookout, and if they see him, to let us know where exactly they've seen him at.
Absolutely. I
I'm
can do
Thank
that.
you.
just say, can
I've
you
got
guys repeat it?
somebody. I'm going to make a phone call today when I get done with this live. I know somebody who has the answer to this, and we're going to have a conversation. And it may help me get to where I need to be to talk to somebody else who can contact the FBI. I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. But the point is we need to get it to somebody, regardless on whether the three-letter agency decides to act on it. Surely they can see the threat here, because maybe the kidnappers temporarily change their mind. Maybe they want to get him further and further and further away, and then they're going to say, now send it. I don't believe you can just change your mind about a crime and not have to pay for doing the crime.
So so last night when I talked to they called my phone last night and they told me that they were willing to drop my son off at the Carmi police department as long as I didn't get law enforcement involved. You're taking him to the police department. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, you guys volunteered to take him there. They never
But
showed up.
they
They
didn't.
never took him. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yes,
They never
ma'am.
took him.
Yes, ma'am.
Carmi Police Department called me and alerted me and told me that my son has left. They were watching for him, watching the movement from where they had him located at, and he's no longer there. They said that they assumed that he was going towards Missouri. That's what they told me this morning.
And that's the point I made this morning, and I'm going to keep saying it. They failed. They didn't show up at the police department like they said. So
Exactly.
now that police department needs to call the FBI.
It's just, man. It's like the further out they go, the further away that he's going for me. And then my thing is, how do I know that they're going to Kansas? Everybody keeps saying Kansas City. I don't even know that that's going to be, where they go. I don't know that it could. I don't know. People say they're going here, but they're going somewhere else to throw everything off. I don't know what's going on.
Can we get clarification about that? Because some people said going to Kansas City, Missouri, but then other people said Wichita, Kansas, which is where the alleged girlfriend's family is from. JC's family, right? We don't know who the people that are with him. We don't know where they're from or what they're doing.
I don't know. I'm going off of what the police are saying. I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's confusing to me. I'm just trying to clear everything up that I know of, that I'm aware of. And then I was going to say too. So my son was staying with my brother in their apartment. It's my old apartment, but I have a business. I'm home because I run a business. Long story short, these people, I guess they came down to Ohio on November 10th. I wasn't aware of this. I just got in contact with my brother, and he told me that he met these people, but he was under the impression that they were local people, and that my son was going to stay the night somewhere locally with these people. So my brother gathered, his work stuff, and he went to work. He said that when he came home yesterday, my son's stuff was gone. So this is where stuff gets tricky because I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know anything.
Okay.
There's a lot. This is all over the place. I don't know what's going on. They lied to my brother, obviously. Then they said that they met me. They've never met me. Never.
I have a son that's 27 years old, and I would be doing exactly what you're doing right now.
Thank you.
Because it doesn't make any sense that somebody can threaten to commit a crime and then just say, never mind. It happened, and the
Thank
threat
you.
in itself is illegal.
I'm confused. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom. They say that to get down to the root of why everything is happening. I'm trying to get down to the root of what happened. I know that my son, he befriends everybody. Like I told you guys again last night, he befriends everybody. It's messy. It's messy and it's sketchy and stuff is just not adding up. I don't know these people. These people say they've met me. I swear on my deceased grandmother, if I knew them, I would tell everything that I know. I don't know these people. Don't know nothing about them.
What time this morning did they tell you that they were headed towards Missouri?
I'd have to look them.
Sorry, I have family in law enforcement, so I'm trying to relay stuff.
Thank you, Miss Ross. I appreciate you so much.
Of course.
Oh, man, we have 62,000 likes while she's looking, 1,500 souls in this room right now.
10:40 this morning is when I was notified that they had been on their way to possibly Missouri.
Okay, and then I just looked it up, and Carmi, Illinois is 4 hours from me. So, I have
Right
family in
about
law
now.
enforcement, so I'm trying to relay stuff. Also, last night, didn't you say that the cops walked you through what to say when they asked for the ransom?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. Everything's getting confused everywhere, so I just wanted to clarify that.
What?
Yeah, now the
They
cops are
walked you
saying
through
Now
it,
they're
and
they
then
saying
now
walked
that
her
they're
they.
through it. Now they're saying that they've never heard of it. Yeah, that's why everybody's getting confused. Yeah.
Why would I lie?
Right.
This is nothing to lie about. This is nothing to play about. This
right,
is real. Like my son is not here.
especially something so verifiable. Call the police. Did you say it? Did you do it? Yeah, no, no. They're saying no. I don't believe them.
I have no reason to lie. I'm his mom. And I'm like I said, I'm in all like you guys about this whole situation. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know. I As a matter of fact, I can let me see.
What is the name of the officer who walked you through this?
That was going to be my next question.
First and last. And if you have a badge number, that's bonus.
Yeah, because she also said last night that they canceled the Amber Alert because they were aware that they agreed to bring him back as long as she wouldn't pursue charges. So they obviously know something, you know.
Are they denying it to the public to deter us? Because that just makes us more mad.
More
Right.
than likely. Now they're just trying to clean up their mess because they didn't really do what they should have done.
Can I take it back? Let me really let me take this back, okay? Because there's stuff that's missing that you guys need to be updated on. So back September 17th, 2022, my son was sexually assaulted by 3 white males. Okay, his case from that has still not been handled. So of course I'm going to get bullshitted around because it's Tisha Gibson and this is my son. There's never been any justification, no ratification. There's nothing happened in that case. A lot of people are saying that they believe that this is what this is stemming from because the people that did this to my son back then, no charges, no nothing has been brought. I'm not saying that this is what it is, but this is scenarios that people are bringing to me about what happened to my son back then. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know, but I know that there's everybody's like coming up with their own scenarios as to what happened and why this is going on with Adrian. Okay, so I don't know if this is the reason why the police are lying or whatever they're trying to do, but it's pissing me off, honestly.
Do you remember the name of the officer who
Coon,
helped you?
Coonsey. I want to say his name was Coonsey.
Officer Coonsey. I think I will try to get a hold of him today when we get off the phone. And I'll have some help with that, trust me. Please no worries.
Is he a detective or was he just an officer?
I think he was just a regular officer.
Okay.
Like I don't mean to sound, my main thing was to get the missing persons report in and get to my son. That's all I was trying to do. I believe his name was Coonsey.
Coonsey. We'll find him. So now we're building this right like a house.
I don't believe these motherfuckers are saying. Sorry.
No, I would be throwing the F down right now. So I totally understand it if it was my son. But now you've got an alleged kidnapping and you've got her daughter who is a witness, right? I believe that's who you
Yes,
said was with you.
my
And
daughters,
then
two
and now
daughters.
you've got Officer Coonsey who helped her walk. Now you've got 3, and somebody needs to be calling the FBI because now there is. It's not like. I'm not saying the FBI is going to march out today and go find him. I don't think that's going to happen today. But I do think they need to be held accountable for charges for kidnapping or threatening to kidnap, whatever the charge is there in the state of Illinois or Ohio or wherever. It's federal.
Well,
You
they're
see,
saying it's not kidnapping because I guess the officers talked to my son. Now I'm just getting all this information now. They allegedly talked to my son, and he's saying that they did not kidnap him, which it's not. This is it's confused.
that
I'm
ain't good enough.
getting pissed
Yeah,
off. Like this, it's too much.
that's not good enough for me. We talked about Stockholm syndrome earlier. A lot of captive people will say that they're not kidnapped. Don't ask me why. Maybe they've convinced him that he's not when he really is, because he's vulnerable. It still has to be investigated. You can't just be like, if you say so. I tell you what, I see this time and time again. It's called the police department does not want to do their job.
Nope.
I see it all the time. It
Well,
pisses me off.
how do I, as a Black mother, make them do their job?
I'm getting a hold of somebody at the FBI, and I don't know where it's going to go from there, but I'm making phone calls when I get off this live.
Well, the police department and sheriff's department in my town now have his photo and are on the lookout. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
you're
And
welcome.
this is the power of social media. A lot of people say, well, there's a lot of bad things. There are. But there's 1,400 souls in here. Somebody in that, wherever we figure out, wherever in Missouri they're going, whether it's Kansas City or just eventually, essentially, will know where they're at, especially like, oh, if he contacts you and say that I'm in this town. If you are in that town, right, maybe you know somebody at the local police department who won't ignore us. You never know who's watching. So this is the power. Tell somebody. 1,400 souls tell somebody, and those people tell somebody, and those people tell somebody. And then essentially it's going to lead to maybe somebody in the FBI that's working at the field office going, wait a minute.
Right. We actually have a FBI head office in our town, so I'm hoping maybe it'll make its way over there. Because he has like seizures and stuff, right? So like it's crucial because he doesn't have any of his medication, right?
Well, the Carmi Police Department said that they were told that he did have his medication. So when I asked if y'all seen it physically, they didn't say anything.
Oh,
You're telling
But
me, but did you actually see it? It's crucial. He needs his medication to keep him alive.
right.
But that medication will run out. Does he know how to refill it? That's your job.
Exactly. And he
So
knows
this
that
should be an adult in danger situation.
when he gets it refilled, we have to go to his doctor so he can be seen because there's steps to it. It's penicillin, granted, but at the end of the day, it's what's keeping him alive. Okay?
Penicillin, you said?
Yes. That's the only thing that they can put him on.
And then he did take a bag or he didn't take a bag? Because I've heard he took a bag of clothes and he didn't take a bag of clothes. So does he have stuff or does he not have stuff?
I don't know. Like I said, I was able to talk to my son for 2 minutes. I don't know.
All right. And then what was the officer's name one more time? Sorry, like I said, I have family so they're asking me questions.
Kunzi.
Kunzi? Okay.
I'm going to Google this. Hold on. Can see where are we? Kent, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay. There's no public roster online. So somebody needs to call. I'll call. Go get this number. Okay, I have the number. I see it. I'm going to call it when this live ends and ask for him or try to find that officer. And if he tells me that he never heard a ransom, would you call him a liar?
I would. Yes, I would. Well, actually, yes, I would, because my daughter and myself, daughters and myself, told him. He guided me through to what to say. Once we got to the question of is he in danger, the phone call hung up.
Because they're deciding, if he's in danger. They're deciding what to do with him.
Are we
This
sure
is
that it's
not a love
penicillin?
fest trip. This is
It's
somewhere on the
penicillin.
chest.
I know my son has been on penicillin since he was 9 months. It's penicillin.
Because they use that to treat like bacterial infections. I'm so
It's
confused.
penicillin. He has rheumatic fever. It's penicillin. I
Oh,
know
so
what
he
he's
gets
on.
rheumatic fever.
Okay,
Okay,
gotcha.
that
I
makes
know what
sense.
he's on.
Okay. No, honey, I don't. It's not that I didn't believe you. I was trying to put it together. Like, why are they giving him penicillin for that? But no, that makes perfect sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. And when you tell somebody that though, like, well, he's on penicillin, most people are gonna be like, well, it's just an antibiotic. But if it's something, rheumatic fever is nothing to fuck with. So
Exactly.
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So without his penicillin, my son will die. The
Yeah, he
doctors
could.
will they will tell you he will die.
Yeah,
That
he could be very, very ill.
he's been on this since he was 9 months.
It could cause heart problem. Yeah, it can lead to heart
He
problems and
has a
everything.
regurgitative valve disorder on top of
Okay,
everything
so he
else.
already has the heart problem.
Yes,
Okay,
he's
okay,
supposed to
I
have a
gotcha.
surgery. Can't get it because he's not strong enough to get it done.
Oh gosh. Okay. No, it just makes sense now, and I would, if you would talk to police again and about the medication, just make sure that you emphasize why he is prescribed
I
penicillin, because like I
did.
said,
I
most
did.
of them are going to be like, well,
Sweetheart,
that's just an antibiotic.
Miss, is it Chastity? I
Yeah.
did. I talked
Yeah,
to
You
the
told him
kid
all that?
leader.
Okay.
yeah,
I
she did
talked to
say it
him
last
last
night
night.
too.
I
That's
did.
just terrible.
And I
Mm-mm-mm.
asked them before I left that police station, I said, well, what happens if his medication runs out and he gets sick and he dies? Then what do I do? And the officer out of his fucking mouth told me we will get to that point when it
Oh
will cross
God.
that line when we get there.
Oh
I'm
my.
How
so
do you say
sorry.
that to somebody? How do you, as an officer, say that to somebody? Why would we have to wait when we can go now?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like super confused on if they're peeing him, why they haven't just swarmed them and grabbed him up already.
Nope, they're not pinging him no more. They actually shut his phone down. Somebody shut his phone down.
Oh shit.
So I have no communication to my son no more.
So Apple's not even peeing it anymore?
When we call his phone, it says the Verizon wireless service, that message that
Oh,
they
so they've
give
like
you, it's shut down.
Yeah,
gotcha.
they've totally shut it off.
Why would they do that?
Riss, do you, since you have family there in law enforcement, are they going to notify like the state police too?
I actually,
Can they call?
my dad's best friend used to be the captain of the Troop I, Missouri State Highway Patrol here. My dad's already, that's why I kept going on Teacup. My dad's
Yeah.
already making a phone call.
Okay. I was going to
So
say, could
yeah.
he get the, since we don't know, but the police would know that went there last night, the description of the car, because that's in question too.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, I
should be
will
able to
see if
give
I
that,
can figure that out.
And
yeah,
I
that
just,
description.
speaking of the car, I just literally found out that I guess my son was telling people that
Mm.
some white caravan with a lady in it was trying to get him in the car and he refused to get in the car. This is all news to me. This is prior to, what I'm saying, this is before all this stuff went down. But now, what I'm saying, that he's gone. I mean, is this the car that, is in question? I don't know. When I asked what they were driving last night, the people wouldn't tell me anything. So I'm like I said, I'm just as confused as everybody on this live, everybody on social media. I'm just as confused as you guys are. But
Okay, I
I'm
have
doing my
another good
part.
question.
Yes.
Do you still have the number that contacted you last night for the ransom? We can do a reverse search on that stuff and we can figure out who has that phone.
Yeah. That's what I was asking earlier. I wondered if she still had the same phone number because I was going to plug it in, not to say it over a line or just like message me
Right.
it or something. And I was going to plug it in and see what name I come up with.
Well, and Risk could give it to her people too. And maybe they could, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they've all asked me for a description of the vehicle, but I don't have one to give.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. I wonder if they could contact the police department that went there last night if they could give it to them, because they should know what it is.
Right. That's what I just asked if they could do that.
Let me make a phone call. I'm going to put you on mute. I'm going to make a quick phone call.
Okay. Everybody left me. No, I'm just kidding.
I can pull you up somebody here. Let's see. Somebody's wanting to talk here.
You're fine.
I'm here, Chastity.
You're fine, honey. I know you was looking for that number. If
No,
you
no, I
have
got it.
Okay, don't say it over live though. We're gonna have you send it to one of us because we don't want to dox nobody. I know it's. I don't
Okay,
really
I'll be
care,
right
but I
back.
don't want to do it. All right, honey. Hey, Crystal.
Okay, Chastity.
Hey, baby.
I am in Missouri as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I do have connection with a state trooper.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, if we get the phone number, we'll send it to Steph and Riss, and then they can give it, and we can run it.
I don't know, like I'm not really social media, whatever. Like TikTok, I've
You're
been on,
fine.
but I don't really use it. So I don't know how to like message anybody to send the number.
You're fine. I'm gonna actually, you know what I'm gonna do, because everybody already knows it anyway. I'm gonna turn. Okay. You see my. No shit. Hold on. Because then that's gonna give out my whole government name. I just followed you. So
Crystal.
if you hit my box,
Okay.
it will say follow me back.
It
Yes, Miss Ross.
Oh, what part? I'm trying to figure out if we're like close to each other or different parts. You don't have to say the exact town. Just like what are you close to?
okay. Can I? Okay.
Did it fall? Did you follow me back?
Closer to
Yes.
St. Louis
Okay.
than south.
Okay.
Now it should, if you hit
So
my box, you should be able to hit on my face. It'll take you to me and it'll say message.
Oh,
That's all right. She's going to go to my message and send me a message with the number.
okay. So we are semi close, Crystal. So I'm like 2 hours from St.
Are you
Louis.
closer to Wentzville?
I'm going to turn these comments back on real quick.
I'm like
Oh,
right in the middle, like smack dab in the
are
middle
you
of
south?
Springfield and St. Louis.
Here it is.
Yeah,
So I'm like 2
gotcha.
hours from St.
I
Louis and
gotcha.
I'm two
I'm north
hours
of
from
you.
Springfield.
Yep, we're semi close. I have one of my best friends. Her husband is a state trooper, and she is down in Cuba.
Gotcha. Okay, my sister-in-law lives in Cuba, and then Boss Mom just said she's in KC-Mo. I also have family in Kansas City as well. So we got Missouri semi covered.
Okay.
Right.
Got no wherever. It's Sunday.
All right. She
I
is,
just
I'm
hate
having
that this
her,
has happened over a weekend. Not that you.
Tina is in St. Louis. Oh, Fallon, Mo. We got a lot of Missouri in here, so we're gonna have a lot of eyes on Missouri. We got a Jefferson City area now.
Mm-hmm. Uh, did we lose mom?
2 hours from Wichita, so we even got Kansas covered.
Did
St.
she happen to go
Charles.
somewhere? Did she drop?
She dropped a message Chastity something that she didn't want her to put out loud or something.
Oh, the phone number.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
St. Charles, that's where my mama grew up.
I've turned the comments back on, but please be nice. We have 100,000 likes, 1.3 thousand souls in this room right
And then
now.
Southern Blessed keeps saying that she has a serious question to
I'm
ask
gonna
and ask for you to
jump
bring
down
her
real
up there.
quick so I can send this to you guys, this number,
Okay.
and I'll be back.
Today's live goal is 10 mystery boxes. We have 5 of the 10. If you can throw one, it goes to support the platform. If you can't, tapping and clapping is clapping and it's free. And if you are in here, please give me a follow, as that is also free. If you're just joining us, I can't even begin to explain what we're talking about. Somebody else is going to have to do it.
Tell mom to oh shit, hold on. Let me invite her. Okay, I invited mom back. Okay, I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna send that number to you guys real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Hey, welcome back.
I see that people keep talking about the Facebook page, which I looked, but I'm not able to see statuses and stuff, so I have no idea what if that was said or not said on Facebook.
I'm gonna put my son's number in the chat so people can call for themselves because there's a lot of
I probably wouldn't, because
no.
that could be
No,
bad.
yeah,
Don't
I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, cattail by what the police has been telling her because
They're
Apple
asking
was peeing.
can't two party.
She said they are not tracking it anymore because they completely turned the phone off. Not just like turned it off, powered it off. They've disconnected the phone now.
Okay, that's another red flag. We got 2 witnesses and alleged kidnapping across state lines of a phone that they've turned off. Do
Like
they have
Kathy
the
said,
license
yeah.
plate number? Please, for the love of God, tell me that the police department that went by the house took the time to at least write down the license plate number just in case.
Someone in the comments is asking me to ask when his medication is due to be filled again.
And in about 2 weeks.
Are they ringing cams in the neighborhood that picked up footage of that vehicle?
It could be a fake.
That's a
It
good
could be a
question,
spoofer.
Dana.
Could be.
That was a very good question, Dana. She said, oh, they're going so fast. Are there any ringing cams in the neighborhood that picked up the footage of the vehicle?
Not that I would be aware of. When I used to stay in that area, nobody has any ring cameras. Because it's a really good neighborhood. You really don't need it. It's like you can actually over there you can sleep with your door unlocked and open.
Are you traveling for work right now, or are you at home?
I'm home now. My son's missing. I'm not going anywhere.
So I just because protecting yourself first.
Okay.
Call the non-emergency line to Kent. Have them come out to your home. You live in the same town, or
No, he's in Kent. I'm like 15 minutes away from him now.
so if you called another police department, would assist.
Yes.
I was just trying to get this on body cam because somebody said in the comments, well, if they talked her through the video or the phone call, they must have it on body cam. No, they would have their body cam probably turned off, especially if they're inside the police station. So if you could go to somebody's house that lives under that jurisdiction, just to have it documented on body cam that you're talking about this again, you're making another complaint, you're trying to get their attention again. So now we have record that we're trying to scream out loud what is going on here, and you're not listening to us.
Okay.
Not that it would matter, just to have it just say, look, because they're going to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to make their decisions. They're going to look at whatever cases they want to or not. To me, and I understand that I don't know, maybe I don't understand. Do you get so many kidnapping phone calls that you're just like, oh, they was just a kid now. Yins to go on about your business. They's just kidding. No, it's still illegal. Hey, Jess. Jess is coming up.
Hey, hi, how are you ladies doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm sick. So if I cough, I'm gonna try to move my headphones over so you guys can't hear me. But I just wanted to Mom, for
Yes.
you, I would, first thing in the morning, I would be contacting Office of Internal Affairs and I would be filing every possible complaint that you can on that police department that took his missing persons report and did not turn it over or did not send the state police because of just the fact that there's a possibility state lines were going to be crossed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm sorry, my nose is all plugged too. But and I'm a little nervous, but and Steph, go to FBI period ORG. There's going to be lists of different departments.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a hold of somebody through there. If you got to
Okay.
call every number on there so they can get you in the hands of the right people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can go on there and do that. But I also, Mom, I'd be reaching out to the Attorney General's office. I would even have people calling that police station asking, what is the update on this? You know, I'm seeing this on social media. And because he is medically fragile, he's more covered under the ADA. I don't know if you're aware of what the ADA is, Americans with Disabilities
Yes.
Act. So
Yes.
he is more covered than, per se, somebody who isn't, if that makes sense. So there should have been, there's a whole lot of failures through here. And it sounds like they just want to get you out of their hair to me. And the fact that that officer directed you how to handle a ransom phone call, his job should be taken and he should be federally charged.
Yes, I agree.
Honest to God. And that's why I said, as soon as you can, get in touch with the Office of Internal Affairs, because that's, get his badge number if you don't already have it. If you can get it, get any officer you even spoke to. You know what I mean? Any officer that spoke to you at all, get every one of their names and every one of their badge numbers. At this point, I'd be telling them I want to file a complaint on the whole damn police department. The whole thing, all of it. You
Mm-hmm.
guys are failing my child, and I'm not going to let it happen. I'd also reach out to the NAACP. They can help with stuff like this. A lot of
On it.
people don't think, yep. A lot
On
of
it.
people don't, those things don't cross their mind because you're in such a crisis yourself. You know what I mean? I would even go as far as the Panthers. I'm not going to lie. If I had to, you know what I mean? I don't care who I had to reach out to, you know what I mean, to get my baby back. Anybody, any good
Yeah.
mother would. And I want to tell you that I commend you, highly commend you, and got the utmost respect for you for having so much strength coming on here. I mean, my heart's beating out of my chest and I'm not even in your shoes. And I'm so sorry that I'm even having to meet you under these circumstances. But I also will not be quiet. I also will not. If that was my child, I would pray to God you would do the same for me. So I would never, ever, and I will. I'll be on the phone with the Office of Internal Affairs tomorrow. You said Canton, Ohio, Canton County Police, or was it
Kent.
Kent County?
Kent.
Kent,
Kent. Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Okay. And like I said, it doesn't hurt to have, You know, if at this point they're not doing nothing anyway, it don't hurt to have 200 people flood their phone and say, what's going on? You know, it lights a little fire under their ass because they're like, uh-oh, you know, we don't want this out there. Now it's out there on social media. Now we got to worry about media next. And once it gets in the media's hands, they can't cover up from there. You know what I mean? They can only backtrack so far to cover their asses
Yeah.
when once the media gets it. And that's another one. If I were you and anybody else out there, this goes for all 1.4K that are in this room and however many are on the outside of this room. Please reach out to your local news. Please, it won't hurt. I mean, the worst they can do is say no. Please, you know, reach out. Tell them, you can email them that thing, that the missing persons little picture that Steph has up in the corner. If we can get a big one of them, at least can I email you this flyer, and could you put it, please, explain the situation of what we do know. He's very medically fragile. We're on a ticking time bomb right now. We're on a very short clock here. We need to get this out there as quick as we possibly can, and just let the news stations know that it has crossed state lines. It's been confirmed by LE. If they said that they talked to him in whatever state, that's confirmed that he's crossed state lines already. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, you can please call all your local news stations, email ABC, CNN. I'm serious. People think this stuff is crazy, but sometimes, there's God does things in mysterious ways. I'm just going to put it that way. You know what I mean? So it's going to end up in the right hands of the right person so we can get him home. But I commend you, Mom. You are so strong. My heart and prayers go out to you. I wish I could squeeze you so big right now.
Thank
I
you.
am going to follow you. I know you said you have a hard time with this internet stuff or whatever, just because of anymore right now. My anxiety's through the roof, but I'm really good at this stuff. So, and I'm really good with the laws, state and federal. So,
That's great, Jay. And
um,
that's not the case here. I'm waiting on a call back right now. And he provided the woman the address to pick him up. He also took his belongings.
right.
This is all new to me. You guys are finding out more than I'm finding out. I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
So,
Mom said,
can you guys hear me? I'm sick also, but so I've been in the developmental disability field for 16 and a half years. I'm actually like near Wichita, Kansas. So we've had people, this has happened twice in my agency in 2025. Unfortunately, guardianship won't make a difference. One of them went to Tennessee and he was homeless. Mom had no say. Now she did call APS and they did more than law enforcement did. His phone
Okay.
was also shut off. And then we have one and she doesn't want to come back. I mean, if he's saying he doesn't want to come back, unfortunately, there may not be a lot that can be done. And I assume he's higher functioning.
No, Adrian, my son, he functions more like a almost 10-year-old. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand right from wrong. He doesn't he understands some things, but he doesn't understand the things that he's doing right now is wrong.
Right, and most of them don't, and that's the issue. So in Kansas, and I don't know what the laws like in Ohio and stuff are, because
Mhm.
some of it might just be Kansas, but there was actually a ruling that went effective January 1st of 2026, saying that guardians don't have as much power as they once thought they did. And so if the person wants to be with, whether he's with his girlfriend, I know there's still a lot of questions on some of that, which is hard. But that could be why law enforcement, their hands are tied.
Okay, can I ask you guys something? And thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. How do as a as us being normal people, okay? How do you consider someone your girlfriend that you just met or your boyfriend that you just met? You don't know these people. You know nothing about these people. This is where my friend I don't know these people. That is not he doesn't know these people well enough to well this girl well enough to consider
And
this is where I'm saying
maybe
he doesn't understand. He does not understand that you have to know somebody. Just because you talk to someone on Facebook or on TikTok or on these social media platforms, it does not make them your girlfriend. You guys are learning each other. You're knowing each other. Everyone that my son talks to, hell, if he talked to one of you guys on social media, guess what? You are his girlfriend. Or you know what I'm saying? That's how my son. That's how he is. That's what he believes is his norm. Every female that is on his Facebook page or his social media platform, that's his girlfriend.
right. I know
This
what
is
you're
just one
saying.
that came and however it went down. This is just one that actually came to Ohio.
So I can see where the comments is going. Yes, we can articulate that he left on his own. He packed his own clothes. He's not missing. Sorta. We can sort of see and know kind of where he is at, where he's at or where he ends up at. Um, I want to go. I really, 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 really want to go back to the kidnapping aspect because it's illegal. I want
Yeah,
to
what
Is
really
it okay?
stay right
So
there because that's
isn't there
so
a video
illegal.
of him being forced into the car, I heard, or is that false?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about a video. I don't know nothing about any of this stuff. Everything that you guys are saying, this is new to me. Like this is stuff that I was finding out last night. I don't know. The videos and stuff to me, and this is me being the mom, it's opinion. I don't know how everything went down. I don't know. I was not there. I wish I had been, but I was not there.
We're not guessing, commenter, that there may be a kidnapping. She was literally told they wanted a ransom, which is illegal. Here's what I want to happen. I know that the FBI monitors these type of shows. Trust me, I know. I know that other official agencies monitor these types of things. There was a major agency in my chat monitoring just the other day. Had no idea. It's fine with me. Pull up a seat. So I hope somebody who works for the FBI or who is a former FBI agent or knows someone can tell me why on earth somebody would threaten to kidnap somebody and then offer a ransom, which is witnessed by now 3 people across state lines, even though they said we changed our mind. Just kidding. Why can we not focus on that? It's so illegal. Despite the fact of his personal situation, if he's vulnerable, his medication, all of those things are little battles we cannot win right now. The only battle we may have a chance at winning to get the police and as attention and the FBI is to say they're across state lines. They threatened ransom. You have to consider this an attempted kidnapping.
Thank you.
And right now they're saying it's not kidnapping. It was never a kidnapping to start with. He is the one that called her to come and get him. He took off with her. He also states that he is perfectly fine and plans to come back after visitation.
Can you,
That is
Laura?
where the law,
Laura, where are you getting this information from?
Carmi Police Department,
Okay.
and also Kent Police Department.
Okay. Well, why aren't they telling me anything?
You can call them and literally ask them. We have
And
five
when
people that have talked with multiple people, including myself.
I understand, but what I'm saying, when we call as a family, we call them, we're not getting the information that you guys are getting. Is it because we're family, his family? I don't know. I just want to know why they're giving you guys information, but they're not giving us anything.
I can tell you sometimes, and this is just because I've been on this app now 6 years. And believe it or not, that happens. When somebody from the media, I mean, they can call me an armchair sleuthy all they want. I guess we'll talk about that on court TV the next time I'm on. Or what about News Nation? Do y'all watch that show? Maybe I should go on there and talk about this, huh? Now am I just an armchair sleuther, or do I have the power to get attention of the whole entire world? When they hear that, sometimes they will talk and not talk to family. Or sometimes they will give you a scenario that they feel gets the limelight off of them. We can say that, right? So sometimes, and I'm not saying it has to be me, there's people out there with bigger followers than me, but if they call and say, I think I might talk to the main media about this, can you please tell me what in the hell is going on? They might tell me some more stuff than they might do immediate family. Not non-public stuff, but they might give you a little bit more than they would family. So that's the only part that I can attest to that.
Okay.
You why? Yes. I don't know. Should I text everybody at News Nation today to help me get the FBI's attention? There's a crime here. There's a crime.
In my opinion, no.
What does everybody else think? Opinions?
It's because at this time, without guardianship, there's nothing anybody could do. Say I have slightly a disability, right? And I'm texting somebody on my
Except for the
phone.
kidnapping. That's where I'm stuck at. I'm
Right,
over the
right.
disability, the vulnerability,
But it's not
the
kidnapping.
penicillin. What I'm focused on is, did they make a credible threat? And now that you've crossed state lines, is that credible threat now at a federal level of threatening to kidnap somebody? Even if you say it's a joke, you get over to Texas and you call them up, or the Texan police go by and they go, he's just kidding. And the police go, oh, that's great. We are so glad that you were just joking.
The police
Have a great
department
day.
is saying that there was absolutely no ransom on both police departments, and that it was never kidnapping. That's the ordeal we're running into, because they're so basically, let's put it at a point. Like, I'm trying to give you guys a good scenario. Say I have slightly a disability. I'm texting somebody on my phone. I'm 27. I'm texting somebody on my phone and I say, hey, pick me up here. This is the address. I'll have my stuff. They come and get me. They take me to another state with them. There's nothing they can do if I say, yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going to visit. I'm just going with family. I'll be back. They're going to look at that as it's never a kidnapping. And they did say that it was not a kidnapping, that it was never nothing like that sorts, because they made physical contact with him and he's stating that is his girlfriend and they are fine.
Okay.
Still,
And again, Adrian does not, he knows that he's sick. Why he told them that he's not sick, I don't know. He's on medication for a reason. Who just gives someone that's perfectly normal penicillin?
so
Depakote. Oh, who,
here's
who
where
does
we're
that?
at. Here's where we're at, Mom. We're at a crossroads here. Then we're at a very distinct crossroads. The only thing that is differentiating whether this is a kidnapping or not
Uh-huh.
is the actions that surrounded the alleged kidnapping. We've got the police department directly saying That never happened. We've got the mother saying, but it did. Who do you believe?
Right, but he has also worked a full-time job for 3 years now.
He doesn't work full time. He doesn't work. He goes down to the Safeway store and he helps out down there. He's not an employee down there. Call his boss.
You cannot work full time as a disabled
He
American.
does
I
not
am one. I
work.
know. You can only work 20 hours per week.
He does not work full time at all. My son goes down there and he helps out for an hour. That's it. An hour. He hangs
Right.
out down there at that store. He's not an employee.
Okay, so
at
he
that Safeway.
volunteers. Okay, perfect. So even with that, they also said that he is with so basically that last night when they spoke with him, they made contact with him. He stated himself that everything was fine, that this was the girlfriend, and that they were planning to travel to Wichita and he would be back home.
Interesting, because I'm not being told none of this. I'm hearing everything from you guys. I'm hearing about this stuff through social media.
And without the ransom being like written out, when it's verbal and it's one word against the other,
it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Correct. It's freedom of speech. They can say, well, give me $100,000. But without it being malicious intent behind the kidnapping, quote unquote kidnapping, there's nothing that because he's telling them, even himself told them last night, there was no ransom.
Did they tell you it was freedom of speech? The police department?
Well, and I do know the phone number that she sent me does lead to Wichita, Kansas.
It's
I do
illegal.
know that.
Well, the
Correct.
reason I'm asking that about the police department is because it is not freedom of speech. It
No,
is
when you're
illegal
taking
in the
like
state
one
of
word
Illinois.
against the other, it's freedom of speech. They can't they're not taking this because the police department is saying there was no ransom ever. Neither department knows of any ransom, so they could say what they basically want to say, but it's not.
Carmi wouldn't know because when they called, I was in Ohio, Kent, Ohio, at the police station. So Carmi would not know. I don't understand why.
Kent is the one that said that, and
I
they
don't know why
relate
they're
it to.
saying. I don't understand why they're saying that when I was coached on what to say to them.
I just
I'm
spoke
not understanding.
with Kent PD, and they said there was an alleged ransom, not that there wasn't one.
I'm so confused.
See,
Yeah.
If there's an alleged ransom and they're going across state lines, Kent, Ohio needs to call the FBI immediately.
Thank you.
I think I'll give them a call for them.
I think there's a lot of different stories going around. I think there's a lot of different stories going around, but Tisha, we know how Kent PD gets down.
Thank you. They don't know because they're not.
They don't know how Kent PD gets down.
They don't know.
So there's a lot of crooked cops in Kent PD. So, and if you're a repeated person that comes in contact with Kent PD for whatever reason it may be, whether it's a family issue, health reasons, whatever, things can, but I just needed to jump up here because it's starting to me, it's starting to say like she's lying about the whole ransom thing. And I know her personally my whole entire life. She's not going to make something up like this.
Thank you, especially about my son. Like I said, I don't need money. I don't need money. I work. I have a good job. When you ask for $100,000, I don't have $100,000 at all. I mean, who would have that kind of money laying around to bring my son back home? If they would have said, "Hey, can you give me $1,000? I'll bring him home," I would have gladly just bring my son home. I would not lie to you guys about this.
That's what it comes down to, though, isn't it? That's
I
what it
wouldn't lie
comes down
to
to, Mom. I believe you. I don't, because I deal with so many corrupt police departments, and I know. I believe you. I believe that they said that to you. I believe that was a plan. I believe they said that they were joking when they figured out they wasn't going to get it to get out of trouble. Now, you can't just be like, well, I'm going to go down there and da-da-da-da-da somebody. You know what I mean? Just kidding.
It don't work like that.
What happens? The police go, oh, well, we're so glad you're not actually going to go through with it. Have a great day. No, they take them to jail because they've broken the law.
But My thing is too, Mom, you said last night that the police department, when you were sitting in Kent, they heard the ransom.
No, I did not say that. What I said was I believe they did, but I wasn't for sure. My main focus was to get my son home. I was doing whatever they asked me to do and say what they wanted me to say to these people.
I thought they coached you through. I'm so confused.
I just said that. I did whatever they asked me to do, and I said what they asked me to say. I literally just said that. They're saying they didn't hear it. They had to have heard it, because why would you tell me what to say?
Exactly.
Why would you tell me what to say?
But they're acknowledging it seemingly. Doris said she called and they said, well, there's an alleged one. So that means that they knew something about it or was told about it or heard something, right?
And you said they coached you through the call.
I just said that. I just said that.
Absolutely. Whoever this person is, Patty.
I'm so confused as to what Dora is trying to make. I'm not a liar. At the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about me getting my son home.
And at the end of the day, whether this was a kidnapping, whether he went freely or not, this is a 27-year-old young man that thinks like a 10 to 12-year-old that is with people that he does not know. If he met her in October and she came down in November and supposedly met the mother,
I'm on phone with
wouldn't they
I'm
when
on
they
phone
came?
with them.
Why wouldn't they when they came back up here to pick him up because he called and told them to come and pick him up?
Hi, yes, ma'am. My name is from calling in regards to the Adrian Milby case. Is there an officer that I can speak to directly, please?
Ask for a courtesy.
Regarding what?
Confusion here because there is alleged to be a ransom and everybody's trying to figure out why police hasn't got in contact with the Illinois Police Department about the ransom. And we
let me put you over to Sergeant Conca just a moment.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Sergeant who?
Conca.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not like she said Conca.
Conca?
One second.
That might be the guy that she talked to last night. I've turned comments off. Leave them off.
Oh, I thought we were going to get to hear.
Break case. So we are being told that there was a ransom offered while the mom was sitting in the police department, and we're trying to figure out, because I do know that Illinois stated to us last night they made contact with Adrian and that he was fine and went willingly, sent the address to the female. We're still trying to understand, is this a kidnapping and was there a ransom, basically, so we can clear up all this confusion on social media because it's going rapidly. And we do like a lot of true that we're trying to determine and just basically get the right information put out there.
No, there's no ransom going on.
There's no ransom, correct? Okay. There is no ransom. And with the female, so they did make contact with him and he is perfectly safe, correct?
Who am I speaking with?
So
I think the question is not whether there was a ransom. I think the question needs to be at the time that the mother was in the police
ransom
station.
And things like that.
That's what I'm saying. Was there a ransom when he first?
Okay, so guys, I have Sergeant Coonsey on the line and he says there was no ransom, and that is not true.
Right, but at the time that the mother came in and she spoke to someone.
And at the time, so she's saying that she was at the police department stating that the officers coached her through the ransom call. Is that correct?
There was nothing involving any ransom, anything like that. No.
Okay,
the question
perfect.
is did you walk mother through a call?
And she said one more last question. I'm sorry. They're saying that did any officer coach the mother through a ransom call?
There was never ever any communication about any ransom whatsoever. That's no.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sergeant. I really appreciate you again. Thank you for answering my questions, and I appreciate all that you guys do.
Thank you. Bye
bye. Sergeant Coonsey, Kent Police Department.
Coonsey?
Coons.
The guy that the mom talked to, the officer that the mom
That was the mom.
Yeah.
Was that the guy that you spoke to?
To turn her microphone back on.
Thank you. Why did you guys turn my microphone off when he was on the phone? Because he's lying.
I didn't touch anything.
Because we're not going to get anywhere if we start accusing while we're on the phone.
I didn't do it. He's lying.
Was that the guy you spoke to?
Kanka, yes. He's like, I sat right there in the office. He guided me on what to say to these people about my son. I promise you, I would not lie about that. He's lying.
So we can submit a FOIA request, I'm sure.
Excuse me, what did you say?
We can submit a FOIA request in regards to communication. That he is saying that there was never any communication regarding a ransom at all.
Can we submit that request?
So FOIA requests generally take between 4 to 6 weeks. I think it depends on the police department, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
please submit whatever you have to submit, please.
There would be. Did you file a police report when you went into the police department?
They took down all the information when I went into the police department. Everything.
Like, did they give you a copy of the police report?
No, ma'am. They just took it down. He said he was writing it up and he would be in contact with me. I have not heard anything. I've been calling them, trying to get information. They have not given me anything. This is the second time something involving my son has happened, and they're not reaching out to me. They'll reach out to everybody else, but they will not reach out to me.
So if I were to, if we, which I don't know,
there should have been a police report number.
There should be a police report.
So, like I said, when I was there yesterday, the officer took down all the information that I had. He told me that he would be in contact with me. I have yet to hear back from them. I've been calling them and been getting the runarounds. I haven't been getting any answers. My mother, my sister, my daughters, no, but they're not talking to us. They're talking to you guys. I have no reason to lie. This is Kent Police Department. I wish you guys knew about these people out here. And I'm not spitting salt on them because they're not all corrupt, but this dude is lying. I have no reason to lie.
Did they give you an incident number? Because typically the police report take a couple of days, but they give you an incident number once reported.
He didn't give me anything. You can call him. He didn't give me nothing. They're making it seem like, you know what I'm saying, this is not made up. I would not lie about anything like this. Like, I'm just as lost as you guys are. I promise you, I wouldn't lie about anything like this at all. I just want my son home. That's it. I have no reason to lie.
In my experience, the more likely scenario is that the police department is lying, just based on my experience. But if the police department will not acknowledge that you told them this,
I don't understand why would they lie though? What are you getting out of lying?
They're getting too much heat from it.
I get it, and I just want my son home.
But you have to also consider, is two police departments going to collaborate together to make sure that they're saying that they neither one know about a ransom or have ever heard about one? And they're two separate.
One wouldn't know because they wouldn't told about that.
That's what I was just about to say.
Exactly. What I'm saying is, where in the hell would I make? Why would I, as a mom, make up a ransom? I don't care about a ransom. I just want my son
You
home.
didn't. You didn't.
I
You
just want my
didn't.
son
And
home.
you didn't. And Tisha, this is the thing. We know this just as well. You know, people are in here trying to help, and then there's some people that are just going to have their opinions on what they're going to have their opinions on. If they believe that there was no ransom, then let them believe there was no ransom. At the end of the day, the objective of all of this
It's to bring
is
Adrian
to
home.
get him home. That's it. That's it. Whether it's people looking out for him and letting, you know,
Ashley.
people know where he's at until you can get the paperwork tomorrow, and then by then hopefully you'll know exactly where he's at, and then you can submit the paperwork and you can get Adrian home. That's what it's about. You have enough going on right now that people's opinions really don't matter at this point, and I'm
Right.
sorry to say that.
I'm gonna send Ashley, I just followed you. I'm gonna send you and Tisha the information that I got back about the phone number that they called from
Okay.
yesterday.
Okay.
Because it is located to Wichita, Kansas, and it does have an address. So I'm gonna give that to you guys. That way maybe tomorrow, hopefully, if you get the paperwork, then you will have that address and you can contact the authorities there, and then maybe they'll know where to go. You know what I mean?
Can I add? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Chastity.
Yes, honey.
I believe I have the same information because the
Oh,
police
okay.
department gave it to me.
Okay.
And they're probably going to lie about that too, but it's the same thing. It's probably the same information that you have.
Okay.
However,
Well,
when they
I'll send it just in case it's not.
okay,
You know what I
when
mean?
when they ran, however they did with Apple and Verizon,
Mhm.
it's not coming out to the people who have my son. And let me stop saying having, because obviously, from what everybody's telling me, from what the police are saying, he went on his own free will. Okay. What I'm saying is when they told me yesterday when I was at the police department, when they cross referenced how you guys got the information, the addresses and everything,
Mhm.
it's the names. Can I say the names on here
I don't know.
that they gave me?
Yeah.
Was Megan and Sarissa. And I'm being told that he's with a JC and an Anna or an Anaya, Anna, something like of that. And there's a third party that I don't know her name. So I'm confused as to I'm confused. That's where I'm saying that I'm confused, because you're telling me, I'm not saying you guys per se. The police are saying that he was with he's now with JC and what Anna, whatever the girl's name is, and a third woman. But then yesterday you guys were telling me that he's with Megan and Sarissa. According
So,
to Go ahead.
room. Think about this. Okay? Think logically about this. If the Illinois police went and they talked to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then they said, "No, we were just kidding about that kidnapping."
Mm-hmm.
Then that's them themselves admitting that they had a ransom and a kidnapping going on, which is still fucking illegal.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's still illegal. And if the police department wasn't going to do anything, then they should have walked out and called the FBI in the driveway and said, "I'm headed back to the station to let more fugitives go. I'm handing this over to you now."
I couldn't agree with you more, sweetheart. I'm
They admitted doing it.
I'm confused. But I'm like, y'all don't understand. Like I'm angry. I'm really I'm angry. I'm beyond angry. I just want my son to come home. And at the end of the day, I don't care about money. This is not about a money situation. It's about getting my son home, back to Ohio, not in all these other cities and states that he's in. It's all about bringing Adrian home.
Mm-hmm.
When someone calls a police department, are those phone calls recorded to where like mom could call right now and be like, why are you guys lying? Like to where she has that documentation for later on for her own
If
usage?
They should be.
yeah,
To be like, why the fuck are you guys lying? Like,
I would have a friend over or somebody, if you're with somebody, say, just,
have them
just for
record on a
document.
different
I don't know. You have
device.
to look up the
Yeah.
laws because sometimes there's a law against recording the police officers or whatnot. You have to look up the recordings, the recording laws in the state of Ohio.
Okay.
So, Ohio is a one-party state. I do know that.
One party,
Meaning?
Meaning you
but
can record the other person without them knowing.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Or do like a voice clip when you call or something, where like you have that proof for yourself.
this is what AI is saying. You should believe it or not, okay? It's AI, but this is what it's telling me. Yes, it is legal to record a police officer in Kent, Ohio, provided you are in a public place and the recording does not interfere with the duties. Okay. Here, this is the part where you, mom, go to somebody's house who has Kent has jurisdiction over, and you call a police officer out to the home. You're in outside in public. You can record. He's got a body cam. You've got 2 double recordings. Can you call Officer Cooncy Koontz or get him down here or whatever? Can we work this out? Because I know that you're lying. And you're lying over something that could be a federal offense. So you need to make sure that you did not hear me when I come in say that somebody's trying to get ransom for my son and that you did not try to help me go through that phone call. And you're going to have to say it on recording.
Okay.
Got to protect yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I would find out who his boss is. And then I would start sending, well, I know this to be true. I'm not lying. I don't know why they are. Even if I'm wrong and you're wrong, they admitted it to another police department in another state, and we know that they're crossing lines. So it's a federal offense. Whether or not they were kidding or not, it is still illegal. They admitted to it that it was a joke. It is still illegal. It's a federal offense. Oh my Lord, I need to take a break. That's the point I'm trying to get to. It's like everybody's stuck on whether or not she's telling the truth or not. I don't know. I don't know her. I just met her last night at 1:30 in the morning. I don't know her. She don't know me. But I know not everybody. I'm not saying that all police people are corrupt and every police station is corrupt. I'm saying based on the totality of the things that I have been through with cases for some number of years, it is more than likely that they are lying. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Everybody, let's take a break. We've been on here for several hours now. I'm going to call a few people that I know that can guide me on the best thing to do when it comes down to he said, she said situation with the police. And what rights does mom have as far as at least trying to get the FBI's attention in case he does come home in 2 weeks or he comes home safe tomorrow? Still, a crime has been committed. And I think that's my bottom line here.
Yes, and I will let you know if I hear anything, Steph, on my end.
Okay.
Thank
The next
you.
time thank you, ma'am. The next time that I'm live is going to be scheduled for Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, because this is going on, and also we have a manhunt on the way, I want to remind you about that. In Columbus, Ohio, we are staying in Ohio. There's a manhunt. Somebody went into a dentist home, unalived him and his wife. Their 2 children remained unharmed. It wasn't a forced breakable entry. And so on Tuesday's show, if the man has not been caught, we'll probably still talk about it because it's still a crime. Who took these people's lives, and where are they? But until then, if I need to go back live or help or get on panels or help, I'm here. I'm not going away. I'm just ending the live show. So I want you to make sure you follow me on every social media platform. All you have to do is look for the same username and logo. And I want you to make sure you follow me in here if you have not done so already. That is free to do. And I want you to, most importantly, be kind to one another. Thank you, panel.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I'm praying for you and your baby, and I'm going to continue to help you all I can, okay?
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steph.